In today's video, I'm going to be ranking the top 30 bench players, but this is a two-part series and this is actually part 2. Go watch part 1, I'll put a link in the description. These are all the players that I put in the previous part, and yeah, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 15, we have the Golden State Warriors, and their best bench player is Gary Payton. Gary Payton's stats really have not popped. He's only averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist on 17 minutes per game with a steal. But Gary Payton's game goes so much more than his stats. He brings so much impact and defense off the bench for the Golden State Warriors, and he has been a key contributor as to why the Golden State Warriors are so good. You can always count on him to come off the bench, guard the other team's opposing guard, and do like some highlight play, very flashy athletic dunk that gets the momentum in the Warriors' favor. And even though his stats aren't the best, he is still an amazing player and a really good contributor to this team. Number 14 goes to the Boston Celtics, and their best bench player is Josh Richardson. As of now, Richardson is currently averaging 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist for the Celtics, along with about 1 steal and half a block, and he's shooting pretty efficient, shooting 45% from the field and 40% from 3. And believe it or not, that efficiency is actually on a relatively big sample size, because Josh Richardson, he is an amazing scorer off the bench. He's a great player to have on the wing and space the floor. He's also great with the ISO game. And just overall, he also has a little bit of defense, so he is a great 3-and-D player, and he has not started in a single game this year. And yeah, Josh Richardson, a great player, but the Celtics are madly disappointing this year. Coming in at number 13, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves, and their best bench player is Malik Beasley. The Timberwolves have been pretty surprising this year, and as of now, they're currently the 8th seed, and Malik Beasley's been a pretty big contributor to their surprising success this season. Beasley's currently averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist, and he is shooting relatively inefficient, shooting 37% from the field and 35% from 3. And Malik Beasley is kind of just that guy where he comes off the bench and you know he's going to get you buckets. He is pretty inconsistent, but when he's hot. He's out there making everything. And overall, great season for Malik Beasley, and yeah, not much to say about him. Number 12 goes to Derrick Rose. And I want him to be higher, you want him to be higher, but let's be real, we all know that he cannot be higher. He's simply just having a down year. He is a solid player, but compared to last year and previous years, he has definitely just not been performing up to expectations, and on top of it, the Knicks are underperforming, and there are a lot of other good bench players. He's currently averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists, shooting 45% from the field and 40% from 3, all while on 24 minutes a game, which is kind of a lot for a bench player. Derrick Rose's individual game is amazing. He's very smart with the ball. You can tell he's a well-polished veteran. He knows how to run an offense, play the pick-and-roll game, and create his own shot. And obviously, Derrick Rose is one of my favorite players, and I want to put him higher. But realistically, other bench players are just so much better, and Derrick Rose has not been contributing to a winning team because the Knicks are 21-21. So yeah, considering like it's Derrick Rose and all the stuff he's been through, he's having a pretty good season, but just not better than the players I put ahead of him. Number 11 goes to the Brooklyn Nets, and their best bench player is Lamarcus Aldridge. There isn't really much to say about Aldridge, and personally, I can't really talk because I've watched a few Nets games occasionally, but I've actually never seen Lamarcus Aldridge play this year. He's always been injured when I turn on the games, so I'll just go over his stats. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist on 23 minutes a game, shooting 57% from the field and 34% from 3. And also he has a block a game. So from what I see, those are pretty good stats. It looks like he's definitely improved on the defensive end because he's now averaging a block a game. And to me, Lamarcus Aldridge was always just a little bit below average when it came to the defensive end. But yeah, pretty good season for Lamarcus Aldridge. And obviously on top of it, the Nets are amazing. Okay, so here we are. We are finally on our top 10. And we're going to get right into it. Starting off at number 10, we have Andre Drummond of the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers have been relatively disappointing, but they have been getting a lot of productivity out of role players / bench players, and Andre Drummond is having an amazing year. He has started in 11 games and is currently averaging 6 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. Pretty well Andre Drummond numbers, but he's been getting a lot less minutes with 19 a game. And he's also averaging 1 steal and 1 block per game, and he is shooting 53% from the field. Overall, I'm very impressed with Andre Drummond this year. On offense, it's not really his job to do anything, and he hasn't really scored much, but that's okay, because his job is to sit there and get rebounds, and he's done that. 9 rebounds in 19 minutes is very good. Along with a steal and block, he's really improved as a perimeter defender and can keep up with some of those smaller and faster guys. He is an amazing rim protector, and you don't want to see him in the paint. So overall, great year for Andre Drummond. Number 9 goes to Toronto Raptors, and their best bench player is Chris Boucher. Chris Boucher has obviously been having a disappointing year, and he is one of those players that if I could change his ranking on this list, I would, and I would put him a little bit lower. I'm trying not to be biased, but I truly would put him a little bit lower, but he's here for now. It's interchangeable, so it doesn't really matter. However, Boucher has picked it up recently and is currently averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds, along with a steal and a block, shooting 44% from the field and 23% from 3, all while playing 18 minutes a night. So yes, he has been a little bit disappointing this season overall. I really expected him to take a big leap, but if you look at his last few games, he's really picked it up, and if I were to take his stats from the last 15 games, say, they would be a lot higher. He's had some really big nights with all of the Raptors starters out. I'm a huge fan of Chris Boucher's game. He's a big man who is amazing at defense, like his size and his weight. You wouldn't really think he's a good defender, but no, he is a great defender, great rim protector, great perimeter defender also. And on offense, he can do everything a big man can: post up, set screens, catch lobs, but he also has a handle and a jump shot. So Chris Boucher sounds like the perfect prospect, but disappointing year, so I'm going to have to put him pretty low on this one. If this was last year, he'd probably be top 5. Okay, this is me editing the video. This is me from the future. The next player up is Cam Reddish, and obviously he's not on the Atlanta Hawks anymore. He's on the New York Knicks. But if I'm being completely honest, I don't really feel like changing it, because both the list that I made for this video and the actual video were made well before the trade, and I don't feel like scrapping it because one player got traded. So yeah, Cam Reddish on the Atlanta Hawks for now. Coming in at number 8, we have probably one of the most surprising players this season. It is the Atlanta Hawks, and their best bench player is Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish has only started in 7 games, and he's averaging 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist, while shooting 40% from the field, 38% from 3, 90% from the line, and averaging a steal a game, all while playing 23 minutes. And personally, I am a huge fan of Cam Reddish's game. He is a great 3-and-D wing that excels on offense. He's really taken a leap there, and he's always been a raw defender, but this year he's really picked it up and has become a very versatile player overall. His jump shot has improved a lot, and now you can always expect him to knock down that 3 ball when he's open. And overall, with DeAndre Hunter injured for pretty well all season, he's been a great replacement, and yeah, it's really helped the Hawks. I know they are disappointing, but he himself has been a good player, and he comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have the Los Angeles Lakers, and their best bench player is Carmelo Anthony. The Lakers are obviously having a very disappointing year, and at this point, I don't think that there is a proper solution that can fix all of the Lakers' problems. But still, Carmelo Anthony is having himself a year. He was bouncing around the league, and now I think in LA he's really found a home, and he's truly playing really good. In only 3 games started and averaging 27 minutes a game, Carmelo Anthony's putting up 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist, shooting 43% from the field and 39% from 3, along with about a steal and a block as well. Carmelo Anthony has done a really good job with spacing the floor for the Lakers, and obviously shooting has been a huge problem for the Lakers. Melo's really been that guy that you can trust to hit his open threes in the corner whenever he's open. And he also excels while playing on ball. He knows how to create his own shot, get past defenders, and has that little post game. Overall, I really like the way Carmelo Anthony's playing, and he comes in at number 7. And he probably would be higher if the Lakers were better. Okay, so from number 6 to number 4, I am just going to briefly explain the players in under 30 seconds because I really don't want this video to be too long. So we're going to get right into starting off at number 6. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers, and their best bench player is Kevin Love. Love has been performing great and is averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists, all while shooting 43% from the field and 41% from 3 as the backup center for the Cavs. He's done a great job of stretching the floor off the bench and has really shown a lot of mentorship to this young Cavaliers team, and he comes in at number 7. Number 5 goes to the Sacramento Kings, and their best bench player is Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is currently averaging 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists while playing 29 minutes off the bench, shooting 39% from the field and 38% from 3, all while averaging also a steal a game. He is a great 3-and-D wing for the Sacramento Kings off the bench, and he can hit pretty much every shot. It only shows 38%, but he is taking a lot of 3-pointers, which is why it's so low, and he is one of the best shooters in the league. Number 4 goes to Kelly Ubre of the Charlotte Hornets. Ubre had a very disappointing season last year, and now signing with a brand new team, he has really excelled. He's putting up about 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist, with also a steal a game, shooting 46% from the field and 37% from 3. He's an amazing scorer and very athletic. He goes up with those flashy dunks, amazing putbacks, and just overall, he is a big momentum shifter off the bench for the Hornets, and he comes in at number 4. Okay, now we are on to our top 3, and coming in at number 3 is Montrezl Harrell of the Washington Wizards. Harrell is averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, while averaging half a steal, half a block, shooting 65% from the field, which is absolutely amazing, all while playing 25 minutes a night. Harrell is easily the best center on their team, and he comes off the bench, and even though he's undersized, he still plays really aggressive defense. He gets the big momentum-changing blocks, and on offense, even though he's undersized, he can still body his way to the basket. He's really escalated the Wizards to a hot start at the beginning, and he's a big reason as to why they're still in the play-in race. Great season for Montrezl Harrell. The stats, honestly, don't even show how good he is. Like, the stats he has are very good, but I just think, like, when you actually watch the games, Harrell is an amazing player, and I would honestly say he's the second best player on the Wizards, and he's a borderline all-star. Okay, coming in at number 2 is Jordan Clarkson of the Utah Jazz. And I think I might get a lot of hate for this, but honestly, Jordan Clarkson, he has such a complete game coming off the bench for the Jazz, but there's just one player ahead of him that is so much better, or just a little bit better. Clarkson has not started a single game this season. He's putting up 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists while playing 26 minutes a night, averaging 0.7 steals, 40% from the field, and 32% from 3. Very good stats for Jordan Clarkson. He comes off the bench and knows how to run an offense, create his own shot, works very well in the ISO situation and in the pick and roll game. So overall, his offensive game is very complete, and honestly, I don't even think he deserves to be off the bench because I think he can start on 27 out of 30 NBA teams as our estimate. And the best bench player in the NBA, the 6th Man of the Year frontrunner, number 1 goes to the Miami Heat, and their best bench player is none other than Tyler Herro. Herro was very good in his rookie year, very surprising, then became very disappointing in his sophomore year, and now in his 3rd year, he has really taken that leap, and he's off the bench this year. Yes, Herro is averaging 33 minutes a game off the bench, which is absolutely crazy for a bench player, the most out of any bench player, and he's averaging good numbers though, 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, while shooting 43% from the field and 38% from 3. Taking a look at Herro's game, he is kind of exactly like Jordan Clarkson. His offensive game is complete. He knows how to create his own shot. He can run an offense, and he is amazing in the pick and roll game. But the thing that separates Tyler Herro from Jordan Clarkson is kind of 2 reasons. Tyler Herro is a significantly better shooter, and he's helped this Heat team, this very unhealthy Heat team for that matter, become the 2 seed at the moment I'm recording this, while the Jazz, they are currently the 4 seed. So Tyler Herro's impact off the bench is better than any other bench player in the league. And overall, Tyler Herro is having one of the best seasons off the bench that I think we've seen in a while, and I think he's unanimously the 6th Man of the Year. So that's going to wrap up my video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you for making it to the end. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.